Sin City Submission Series is proudly brought to you by CBD Health Solutions, injitsu.com, Impact Dental Designs NYC, and Zebra Mats. Train with confidence.
So in this matchup right here, we actually had a bye on the other 175-pound bracket on the bottom right corner. So we're back up to 155 pounds now. We got Keith Krikorian versus Leo Domingos. And I think everyone knows that this is a match that you're going to have to keep your eye on because both these guys will be at ADCC trials.
Yeah. Keith already sliding in to guard. And this is the thing that you can know if you watch that last match. You already know this is part of how Keith likes to play, and it almost kind of actually works into Leo's favor. Leo likes to play this top game, create movement.
Yeah, Leo's got a lot of good pressure. He's a speed passer, but he also has a tremendous amount of pressure. Just overall well-rounded black belt. From what I saw, it wasn't huge into the heel hook leg game, but his defense is on point. He knows how to keep his hips back. He knows how to keep his hip heavy. But I think, one thing that we're seeing now with the proliferation of leg locks is, you got to be a technical escape artist. You can't just rely on keeping heavy hips or keeping your hips back or not getting entangled because these leg lockers are so good. You will get entangled at some point in a match like this. There's just no way you're not going to.
And that's the very difficult thing. Anybody who's ever rolled with Keith knows passing his guard is not an easy task here. But just looking at Leo's movement, at the very least, Keith regards super fast, but that's what we're talking about here, people. This is not exactly something that you're able to replicate very easily, what either of these gentlemen are doing right now.
No, and, both these guys are elite competitors. Keith being an ADCC veteran, yep. Leo Domingos, multiple-time IBJJF champ in a lot of different areas. They're elite competitors. They know they're a nice little back take, looking to maybe sit the back on that one, but just Keith regard just in time. And like I said, you're going to see a lot of explosive transitions like that because both these guys, they're super athletes. But
great. Even looking at that, most people would settle and try and take that arm and do something with it. Keith gave him zero time to work with that.
Exactly, and that just speaks to Keith's timing and experience. Competing as much as he does, I think he's between him and Robert Deagle and Michael John. All three of these guys are competitors in this tournament. Between the three of those guys, they are the most prolific competitors in the States right now. I think that's fair to say. They're going all over the country competing. Michael John's got a competition coming up in Long Island next month. Keith, obviously, on SUG card next week. Robert Deagle competed the day after Sin City Submission Series in Arizona, and I believe he's also got the Long Island SOGI tournament along with Michael John. He's in that same division. So, nice. These guys are competing. Even during quarantine, they're competing at least once a month, you know? I'm lucky if I get a competition once a year I have to get in shape for.
Well, most people listening right now may not even be competing.
Right. All things considered, I don't think a lot of us are really getting these opportunities.
Jiu-Jitsu's not happening right now. Nobody's training.
Yeah, totally. About? Yeah, totally. No one is training underground with butcher paper up on their window, right, guys? We're going to see some good action here, though, with Keith and Leo. They are keeping it busy, and, man, Leo is so aggressive with that pass.
All of these slides that he hits, man, he's just a little bit off.
I specifically remember watching this part of the match right here and seeing a little establishment here by Leo getting to the back of Keith, not with both hooks, but getting pretty good position control, and now with the chair sit, Keith slipping out, coming up on top. Like I said, man, these guys are tricky. They are so technical.
And I'll put it to you this way. Most people in an IBJJF setting, if they got that back take like that, it's a wrap, dude.
That's a done deal,
it's
for
done. Sure. I just love the fact that Keith, again, we talk about his experience, but even just the feel of it, him like, no, I got to move and very quickly get out of that.
He pulls bottom right there, coming into the heel hook, but Leo with that back step onto the back, sitting underneath. And I think Leo here is making a tactical error, leaving his leg in there into that leg drag, kiss the dragon position. That's allowing Keith get to DOA. And we're going to see that leg take a deep bend. Leo's left leg is taking a deep bend. Keith is getting his hips in, and we're seeing that outside heel hook have a lot of pressure.
And he's trying to fight here, and he's just
That's a submission. There it
little bit
is.
too late. That's the hardest part about watching that is you could see him trying to fight the hands, and at that point, it is too late.
And you saw that got set up off of a Keith Krikorian sitting back. He was in a top position. He sat back into Ashi. Leo came on top, looked to hit the leg drag, got the leg drag, but then laid to his side to kind of establish that leg drag position like a lot of gi players do.
Yeah.
And Keith was able to fish that leg back in between his, set up the double outside Ashi, and lock his feet into a closed wedge and apply that breaking pressure. It was super impressive. And you see, like I said before, you have to be a tactical master at defensive leg locks at this point. It doesn't matter how heavy your hips are. You're going to get put into the mix at some point, and you got to be ready for it.